Okay, thank you, Peter. Good afternoon, everybody. I know it's the afternoon session, as Peter said, and we all tend to be a little logy after lunch. As Peter did mention, I am the president and CEO of Neopost USA, the largest distribution company in the Neopost group. And in that role, you can see it's a sales role. So on your table, you'll see a little brochure about Neopost, and in addition, there's a little power bank that I think will be useful for those of you who travel. So a little gift to keep your attention as we go forward. So I'm here to talk about send, receive, and connect. How do we maximize physical mail, digital communication, and shipping opportunities? And throughout my presentation, there's going to be three recurring themes. One is change, and you can see the change in our new logo. Those of you who knew us with "We value your mail" tagline in the red, we've transformed to green. I'll talk a little bit about that momentarily. But change is critical, and it's critical in everything that we do. The second theme for me is balance. Yeah, we've all talked about the decline of physical mail. We've talked about the opportunity with parcel, the opportunity with e-commerce and digital. But you know what? You have to do all three. And you'll see throughout my presentation that we have to balance these things and make sure that we're optimizing on all fronts. And then lastly, about communications, because in the simplest form, and as Peter said, I've been in this industry only 7 years this year. I'm not from the mailing business, but if you ask me, what do we do? What do we do? We help our customers communicate with their customers. And that is it in its rarest form. And so communication is critical throughout. But a couple other things I'm going to share with you, some of a little bit of Neopost for those of you who are not familiar. We'll talk about trends in the U.S. This will be similar to what we talked about this morning. I want to then go through the communications environment, and I'm going to finish with send, receive, and connect. So the Neopost Group, it's the largest leading provider of scalable business solutions for the postal world and related digital communications industry. We are we're founded in the UK in 1924, so a long time ago. Even though our brand name probably isn't as good as some of our competitors' brand position. We publicly trade on the European exchange in Paris, and we have a strong market position. We're number one in Europe, number two in the US and worldwide. We're headquartered in Bonn, France, a Paris suburb. We have 6,000 employees. And we're truly an international company. We operate direct operations in local currencies in 31 different countries, and we sell solutions in 90 countries worldwide through a variety of distributors and exporters. We have 800,000 plus customers, and our revenues last year were 1.1 billion euro. So that's the Neopost Group. Let me talk about U.S. trends. And again, a lot of this we've already talked about, but we'll give you our perspective. This is United States Post Office data. It may be hard to see, but really want to point out this is like three distinct eras of decline. And the first starts out in 2005, 6, 7. You can see on the far left side that that's pretty flat. You know, it's about a 2%, 0 to 2% decline there. And then the recession hits in 2007, and postage volume goes down from the 200 billion piece mark all the way down to 161, or in that period, a compounded annual negative growth rate of 9%. We start to come out of that in 2009 and 10, and you can see it's stabilizing. The compounded annual growth rate there is negative 2%. In fact, last year, 2014 from 13, was less than 2%. So good news, stabilizing. Probably bad news or reality, never going back to 200 billion pieces. Let's take a look at shipping. So the shipping volume in the U.S. in millions of parcels is growing at a rate of 12.2% compounded. And you can see a projection out to 2017, which will show a doubling of this market. In my opinion, this might be a little bit conservative. If I recall properly, the United States Post Office had growth in packages in the month of December alone, December 14 compared to December 13 of 18%. So it's a growing business. It's a tremendous opportunity, and which is why we all have to participate in some form or format in the shipping and parcel volume. And then thirdly, not a surprise, the U.S. digital volume has a compounded annual growth rate of 24%. And you can see it's gone from 3.4 to 8.1 billion pieces in 2016. So I set that up because those are the three areas that I'm going to talk about inside of our company, and kind of the way that we're organized and the way that we see the industry and the market that we're in. So let's talk about communications first. It's becoming complex. I mean, it's challenging as transactional mail continues to decline. And you have options. You have cloud, you have mobile, you have big data, there's social media, and there's various other forms of digital communication. So from a customer perspective, they want to move into this arena, particularly small to mid-sized enterprises, but it's really, really difficult for them. They want to incorporate the new technologies, they want to get going there, but it's really hard, and their customers are across multiple channels. The multiple sources, the new channels, data richness, it's got a lot of complexity and complications in it. There's increased need for interactivity between the customer and the supplier. There's data richness identified as a profile, customer type, and location. And again, businesses need help traversing this landscape to figure out how to do it and how to communicate, again, with their customers. And then the shipping market, that too is changing. The parcel market is growing fast, as I showed you earlier, and it's all a result of e-commerce. Carriers are making a transition from B2C, from B2B to B2C. The market's shifting. There's more of a focus to the shipper and the customer and away from the carrier. And the postal organizations are investing networks to leverage growth in this area. So clearly, it's another trend that we just cannot deny and we have to be involved in. So the way that we view this, along with our new logo, is we have really three distinct different businesses. Our shipping business, represented by the icon of the package graphically, physical communication, which to us is principally our core business and the things that we used to do, and then digital communications, which I will define each of these in a slide or two, but it's not all e-commerce, it's not all email. There's a lot of data quality, address quality, some of the things that Charles spoke of this morning, along with document management. But that's our view of the business that we're in and the way that we're going to present ourselves. So that then leads to send, receive, and connect, and really it's helping customers optimize their process of communicating with their customers, helping them connect with their customers better. And you have to take a vertical market approach. It's just impossible today to go out without any structure in the sales organization and have really true success as a distribution company. So you have to hit the major verticals: healthcare, financial, insurance, legal, and nonprofits. You have to go through each organization by department. There was a day where you could go to the mailroom or the mail center and take care of everything you needed to. Those days are gone. That doesn't happen any longer. And customers also have goals and things they want. They're looking for efficiency and productivity. They're looking to cut costs, and it's all in our our responsibility to our customers to help them do that. And it could be in a variety of different ways. It's invoices, it's payments, it's marketing, could be compliance or parcels. And it's however they want to receive this communication. It might be physical mail, could be an email, a text message, a parcel, and so on. So all of the multiple channels have to be considered and taken into the organization. So what does an organization need? They're really looking for the guidance and the support to send and receive communications and goods. They're helping them connect with their customers, helping them communicate better with their customers. That's really all we do. And that's what many of you in the room also do. And that's exactly what the charter is. And how will organizations benefit? Their improved efficiency, effectiveness, better communications, and we look for them to be able to grow their business and grow their business pretty quickly. Let's take a look at what we're talking about. So shipping, specifically for us, and the parcel icon, what we're really looking to do is to simplify the whole shipping process. It's mysterious to too many people. We're looking to deliver parcels in a variety of different ways, including intelligent parcel lockers. We're looking for tracking and tracing. And we want to get a clear view of the equipment that's in an organization. There's delivery services, there's RFID, and there's packing, shipping, and tracking. In the physical mail marketplace, again, our core business, it's managing incoming mail, sorting mail, filling envelopes, keeping on cost of the top of the postal spend, cutting costs where need be with various mailing systems, and having it all work together. So we call this physical mail, but it's also, it becomes mailing systems, folder inserters, address printers, postage meters and scales. That's the traditional business that we all know quite well. In the digital solutions marketplace, this is really our definition of it. It's simple to use software to small to mid-sized customers. And sometimes it's a more complex offering for larger customers. And the larger customers have more resources to develop their own, so the value prop for companies like Neopost may not be as great as it is for the small to mid-size. But it's getting the customers, your customers, the right communication at the right time. But it's not all bytes that fly across the internet. In this arena, we define as document management. That's where our company GMC, Swiss base, one of the world leaders in document management, is housed, as is Satori, which does address cleansing for us in North America. It's data management, and obviously multi-channel communications. So when we look at these three areas of shipping, physical communication, and digital communication, we then identify the size of that market, and this is expressed in billions of dollars, in the places of the business that we're involved in. So for instance, digital is much, much bigger, but we're not involved in all pieces of the digital side. And shipping, there's delivery, we're not involved in that. So we identify only those areas in the market size that we see. So shipping for us is a $2 to $3 billion industry. That's going to grow 10 to 12% a year. Physical communication, this is traditional business, 3 to 4 billion. We see it shrinking. Whether it shrinks at 3% or something less, it's going to have probably some drop in it. Although we've been able to withhold and withstand pretty well over the past few years, but this is kind of an outlook for us. And on digital, it too has an opportunity of 2 to 3 billion, and we see growth there in 10 to 12%. So it's the way that we have segmented our business and the way that we can get clarity as to how we're going to proceed. Does that make sense? So in summary, the communications that we provide to our customers so that they can provide communication to theirs is changing, and it's becoming complex, and it is not going to be simple because there's very many channels of opportunity there. Physical mail, back to balance. Physical mail is not going away. Physical mail is not going away. It's not going back to 200 billion, but it's not going away. And honestly, maybe we did, or maybe we have gotten a break and we start to see some stability in the U.S. I think that's a really positive sign for us. Some of those presentations that we heard earlier just before the lunch break, I think were really encouraging. And we have to figure a way to get that message out, because there were really some very, very cogent points in that. And for us, it's business needs send, receive, and connect. Businesses need to optimize outgoing, incoming communication so that they can better communicate with their customers. With that, I turn over the switcher. I thank you for your time and attention and look forward to your questions in a little bit. Thank you.